Good morning, Dubai. This is the Lovin Dubai Show with me, Casey.
And me, Lakshmi.
And we go through the big trending stories that everyone is talking about today. Our top story, Dubai police are taking action, delivering out many fines during National Day weekend.
And the next public holiday is less than a month away, so watch out for that.
So exciting. Also, what's coming up this weekend, ADNOC is powering up F1 weekend with the race within.
And our favourite influencer, Kattan, she just shared why she'll always love the UAE.
And do stay tuned because later on in the show, we're going to talk about how you can upgrade your life using a transformation mentor. We're going to have Eleonora Attar with us on the show.
And in today's rapid weather report, it's partly cloudy with temperatures ranging from 22 to 29 degrees Celsius.
And before we jump into our top story, I want to jump into, so every year the Oxford Dictionary announces a word for the year.
Yeah.
And 2025, Oxford University Press, publisher of the Oxford English Dictionary, has picked rage bait as its 2025 word of the year.
I love how these Gen Z terms are getting the attention. It's like,
Is it a Gen Z term?
It's a very Gen Z term, rage bait. It's like it started, I think it came by because people started finding hooks for content. And the best hook was, a very emotional response like rage. So I think that's how it came by. And I actually, even I fall for this. I get rage baited quite easily.
Like in what type of form?
So there are these bunch of videos. I think I recently saw two. One was with this one brand's ad where they put like a crack on the screen. So when you're scrolling, you see it and you suddenly panic and like you just start scrolling and finding what's wrong and then you realize it's an ad.
Yeah.
And they purposely just put like some kind of thing across the screen to like mess with your head.
Why would a brand do that to their audience? Like, we're in the media business, we do news, we would never intend to trigger people.
Yeah, that is ethical way, but I think this is just Gen Z content wise. It's like, I think it worked also for them.
I see it on TikTok a bit. You know what gets my rage going is these long videos, and it encourages you to keep watching, and so you don't actually know, and then there's no end, and you're like, what have I just spent 50 seconds on? But whatever the hook was, it's usually like a strong hook. Someone's about to tell a story, but the story continues and continues and continues, and nothing happens.
Is it like those keep watching till the end thing and then the end never comes?
Yeah, exactly. Or it's just encourages the audience to watch the whole thing and nothing happens, and I find that so annoying. But that's more fool me. And you know that phrase, like, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Like, I'm still watching. I'm still getting triggered.
But I appreciate their editing skills as well. Some videos just keep going in a loop and you don't realize it. You're just
so
like you're watching and you're like, where is this going?
So the word rage bait, the use has tripled in the last 12 months. Ahead of other strong contenders. So the other strong contenders for the word of the year for Oxford Dictionary were aura farming.
See, Gen Z.
Biohacking.
Okay.
Biohacking, I think it's kind of like a millennial thing. So it's a way to modify your diet to improve your physical or mental performance. And people are like, you can biohack and live until you're 120. I prefer rage bait. By the way, the 2023 words was Riz.
Yeah.
Hasn't lasted, has it? Well, actually, I never used it, so I don't know.
But it's like I feel I have a hard time putting these words into like a normal conversation.
Yeah.
Rage bait is still fine, but saying, just walking by someone and saying they've got Riz is like, I feel like the word is incomplete. Like it sounds very off, but yeah.
Maybe it's the English training in us. Okay, let's jump into our top story of the day.
So Dubai police over the National Day weekend, they issued over 3,153 fines. So if you've been scrolling through the National Day weekend, you would have probably come across some really wild videos, including some people driving unsafe on the roads, people spraying across snow sprays, and turns out even the Dubai police saw them and they were quick to take action.
They really were. Officers impounded 49 vehicles, 25 motorbikes, and they handed out 3,153 fines to motorists driving in a manner that could be disruptive to traffic rules and was unsafe to others. Shout out to Dubai Police. And they also shared a small number of drivers took the celebrations as an excuse to show off behind the wheel, despite the many reminders to celebrate responsibly.
The director of the General Department of Traffic emphasized that such actions are taken to prevent traffic accidents and protect the residents. He also reminded parents to keep an eye on kids during big events and to skip things like spraying foam at cars or pedestrians.
Yeah, none of that, please. At the same time, Dubai Police also praised the majority who celebrated safely and responsibly. You guys hopefully watching today, that is you. The message is simple. Enjoy the festivities, but keep the roads safe for everyone. I did see a lot of these videos and I'm thinking, we sat here like a week ago discussing the rules and the do's and the don'ts, and it was like, don't be on the road, don't be upsetting other people, the spray paint, the stuff, the city string, not okay. You can celebrate in other ways, which are a lot more fun, a lot more safe. And people still took to the roads and did it. So now we know what's happened on the other side. Dubai Police have said, yes, not okay.
They told not to do it and they took action, which is good. But I really thought this was like very unsafe. Like I personally wouldn't want to walk past that. Because especially if I'm headed somewhere and if I'm being, snow sprayed all over, I wouldn't know what to do. And as someone who's like just learning to drive now, if I am on the roads with this happening, again, I'd lose my mind. I'd be like, please don't. I'm still figuring out, please don't.
Yeah, I would have been same as yourself. Even if I can drive, I'd still just be nervous. And then also just having people on the road, it's a bit of a diversion and you'd be so nervous that anything could happen because you're in this big car. I did see a video of a delivery driver. He was doing the city spray foam, surrounded kind of a group of people, and then the group just kind of turned on him and they went and I don't know if it was fun, but you know the way sometimes fun becomes something else, and it looked like it was kind of fun, but then when actually one person is dressed differently. So this person was in quite a recognizable delivery uniform. And so everyone was kind of going at it and he was kind of involved. But then it looked like the entire group just went on the person in the uniform. Yeah. And I was like, I think that just went from fun to, okay, now it's bullying and now it's not okay. And that's kind of what can happen at these situations.
So I saw that video as well. And people are obviously turning it into memes, saying this is why delivery is getting late for me and all of that. Yeah. But the thing is that video, even from the beginning, it didn't look like fun to me because the rider, I think his expression maybe, it looked like he was asking them to stop as well, like put an end to it kind of thing. So
poor guy.
Like, it's always about respect, If there was another one video as well that I saw where a driver had asked not to be sprayed. And the people, they were like, they listened first and they were like, okay, sure, please pass. So that I appreciate. Like, I'm not in for the spraying part, but when somebody told they were uncomfortable with it, they paid heed to it.
The group there paid heed, fair enough.
And they were kids actually, which was very
This is the thing, it just takes one person to kind of ruin it for everyone, I think. But overall, as the police also said, it was an amazing long weekend, and I think we'll all have those memories forever. But speaking of long weekends, good news coming up. The next public holiday is less than a month away. So here's something we can already look forward to. The next public holiday, as you're all probably aware, you don't need this update, is less than a month away. Hi, January 1st. We're looking forward to you. It's expected to be, we're waiting for the official announcement, a holiday for both public and private sectors, which means we can all get a little lie-in, a little time to kick back on the first day of the new year. So whether that's sleeping in, hitting the beach, or planning a mini reset, the choice is yours.
January 1st actually seems like the best day to start fresh, but what do you think? Is the whole New Year, New Me thing overrated?
I don't know. And also, New Year, I do like the idea of fresh starts in the new year. I really do. Because I find November is really busy in this city. And I don't think it's just limited to our industry, which is media, events. It just feels like it's packed. December also, for me, with Christmas and holidays, busy, busy, busy. And then you tend to be a little bit unhealthy. You tend to be eating all around you because, like I said yesterday, Christmas is really tied to food for me. And then January, you kind of just take a breather. It's a little bit quieter and you can, you know, put in some healthy habits back in. What about you?
I feel the shift in year, obviously, because like there's like everything's happening by the end of the year, and then suddenly it's going back to peaceful, being peaceful. After a while, schools also start, and you know everything seems to be back to normal by January. But the New Year resolutions don't work for me, so I've never even tried. I'm like, okay, at some point in the year, if I feel like, you know, I might hit the gym, cool. But I'm not giving false hopes to myself saying I will be going to the gym. That's not happening.
It's true. I remember speaking to a gym. Maybe it was probably about January. I think I am that person. And I was going to get a membership. And I said, you're probably, you know, so used to people coming in the new year. And he goes, yeah, they never last. And I was like, I'm your customer. I'm about to give you money. Don't give me that.
You need to prove them wrong in that case.
Yeah, well, he was right. At the time, he was right. But New Year's is 3 months away. Speaking of amazing things happening, it is F1 weekend, and ADNOC is powering up F1 weekend with the race within. So if you're gearing up for Formula One, Etihad Airways Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, you lucky person, get ready, because this year comes with a massive announcement. On November 26th, ADNOC confirmed it's extending its multi-year partnership with Athara to sponsor the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. They've been an official founding partner since 2019, and now they're rolling out a brand new campaign called The Race Within.
It's a full-on celebration of the UAE spirit, performance, ambition, national pride. ADNOC is shining a light on the discipline, the focus, and the teamwork behind both Formula One and the UAE's own journey. And the message, every big achievement starts inside, with drive, grit, and purpose. But this isn't just a slogan. Fans are actually getting real hands-on experiences throughout the entire weekend, starting December 4th till December 7th.
So if you're going down, there's so much happening, starting with the Pace Lab. So this is located at the main F1 zone. I'm so jealous if you're able to head to the Pace Lab. So this is where you get to test your own racing skills, and they have a number of activities. So the torque test, you can grab a steering wheel, fight real simulated cornering forces, its strength, its grip, its precision all in one. And yes, you can also race your friends if they're lucky enough to be there with you. There's also a racing simulator, which is a fully immersive setup featuring the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix track inside a Forza Motorsport 7. This is as close as you can get to driving an F1 car without actually driving one.
And they've got some cool reaction tests as well, a Batak-style 60-second reflex battle. Targets light up, you smack them, and the scoreboard tells you instantly if you're on par with the champs. It's super fun, it's super competitive, and after that, while you're burning energy over there, ADNOC also wants you to refuel in style. So say hello to Oasis from ADNOC, the newly refreshed convenience brand you've probably already seen around town.
Of course, we all love Oasis so much. This isn't just a stop and go store anymore. It's become a destination. They're now the UAE's #1 homegrown coffee brand, serving barista brews, ceremonial grade matcha, protein shakes, artisanal pizzas. It's basically on the go gourmet, living at your nearest ADNOC station.
And that's not just it. ADNOC's partnership with Itara isn't just about race weekend. It's about the future talent as well. Through the YAS in School program, ADNOC has supported over 95,000 students and 1,500 schools with STEM-focused hands-on learning. Kids actually get to create their own F1 racing brand and model car. How cool is that?
That's actually epic for students. Yeah. And this year, the top students in the Formula Athara GP Challenge even scored the chance to attend the season finale at YAS Circuit Marina. talk about inspiration, and that's the heart of the race within. ADNOC says every achievement starts long before the finish line. It starts inside with innovation, purpose, and human ambition. From engineers shaping the future of energy to students dreaming big to fans who bring the passion, the race within is the story connecting it all.
So get ready, Abu Dhabi. The track, the city, and the people are ready to race. Not just on the circuit, but from within. Let's go.
Let's go. And if you're there, snap your pics. We want to see all of them. We want to see you at the Pace Lab. Take them, tag us at Lovin Dubai, tag us at Lovin Abu Dhabi. We'll be down there covering the event as well, and we just would love to see you enjoying your ride on the F1 as close as you can get to the F1 track. But let's jump in to our next story, talking all things love for the UAE.
So Mona Kattan just shared why she'll always love the UAE, and people have been going all heart eyes over it. So Dubai Bling star Mona Kattan, she was feeling all the love for the UAE. She hopped along on Instagram to share a bunch of pics, and it was the cutest thing ever.
I think everyone were just blown away by the adorableness of it. She said she's always grateful for her home, the UAE, and she talked about the country which gave her her roots, her purpose, and, interestingly, the freedom to dream big.
Her story is truly a Dubai dream come true. Her family moved to the UAE back in 2003, and just about 10 years later, she co-founded Huda Beauty and Kayali with her sisters.
And we saw her shine even more on Netflix show Dubai Bling. Fans loved her. And her post was a cute little reminder of how the country is full of dreamers, doers, and big achievers. And I think we saw a lot of posts like this across the national holiday weekend, because it was the time to reflect on, I guess, our position here in this country, and maybe the privilege that we feel, maybe the growth that we've achieved, maybe the length of time that we're here, maybe the dreams that we're aspiring to, because we see the possibilities here. And I think Mona was doing the same.
Yeah, I think a lot of them. So the trend was also ongoing with people sharing their stories, saying the Dubai effect. This is what Dubai does for people, and they show how they landed to Dubai and how they are years later. It's all about celebrating success stories and, how far every person here has come, and, all the struggles and everything. It just pays off, because Dubai as a city, it teaches you to dream big. I've always felt that it's full of opportunities. It's like it tells people that you can't. I think there was this one video as well that was going viral of the ruler. He was talking about how the city's always running. You need to run.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
I was like, yeah, cute. I will run. But yeah, I think it's always like it also lets you, take a breather. It's not always like a rush kind of place, but there's always so many opportunities here. It's really pretty, beautiful for me.
No, it's so true. And then when I saw these posts, and as you mentioned, the Dubai effect, I wonder, when we shout about Dubai to our friends at home, we usually shout about the lifestyle stuff. We shout about, I'll always mention the weather, and I'll always say the safety. I'll say I can, walk on the street at 3 a.m. on a Saturday night and feel comfortable. But actually, I wonder, as you said, we are running, there is a graft, there is a hustle, and are we really here more for the lifestyle or the opportunities? Because while the lifestyle is amazing, you could go to many countries and have weather and probably pay for your safety, because you wouldn't have the safety, but you could manage it. But I think we are blessed and privileged because of the opportunities that are available here as well.
There are a lot of opportunities, but I also really admire the lifestyle in a way. Like for me personally, safety is one of the key factors, because back in my home, I don't think I'd be walking around past 7 p.m.
Wow, yeah.
That's how it. In fact, even my father gets concerned. But the minute we are back to Dubai, he doesn't care. He's not even giving me any calls. He's not asking me where I am. He's like, okay, just come back whenever you can. So for me, that kind of freedom and that kind of safety, as a woman, I think it matters a lot to me.
Yeah, it's huge. And if you don't live here and you're watching the show, as women, like every country, even the safest countries, you know, there's always that level. You know, Ireland is safe enough. But you know, in the last couple of years, there are stories, and you wouldn't feel comfortable late at night walking solo. You just wouldn't. And so the fact that we have that here is phenomenal, and we don't take it for granted. That's for sure. 8:50 on a Thursday morning, which means it's time to welcome our guest. We're going to talk about how you can upgrade your life. We've got a transformation mentor joining us after this very short break. Do stay tuned. Good morning, Dubai, and welcome back to the Lovin Dubai Show. Joining us today is Eleonora Attar, a life transformation mentor and guide whose work sits at the intersection of strength and heart. She's all about elevating lives, expanding mindsets, and inspiring conscious leadership. So if you think you're ready to rethink, reset, and rise, this may be the conversation for you. Eleonora, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. We're super excited to jump into the conversation. And so my first question for you is, what is your why? What inspired you to become a transformation mentor?
Oh, that's very interesting. Actually, it's my life journey. So I never thought that I will change my career into working with people or helping people to achieve goals and change their own lives. I came here through my own life transformation. So at some point of my life, many things went wrong, not as I expected.
What type of things?
A relationship, so I got divorced.
Okay.
I was engaged and twice, and just relationship did not happen. So yeah, I opened the business, and we could not continue with my partners, and I had a huge loan for my apartment. So there was the moment when I basically lost everything. Like relationship was not okay, my health was not okay. Of course, physical and mental, yeah, like emotional
Scary
state.
stuff.
Yeah, very scary period of my life. And I realized that why it happens like this. Like there is something that I'm not aware of. There is something that definitely either I'm doing wrong or there is something that I don't know. So it's not possible that everything is wrong, yeah? Like usually we might have a good life or medium, let's say, life. Something is not okay, but not everything is wrong. So I believe that happened for a reason that guided me to discover methods that can change life, yeah?
Okay.
That can change our situation in life. So I went into Academy of the Quantum Psychology. I found it, and I went there actually to study, to change my own state, to change my own situation, let's say. I never had intention to work with people actually because my situation was not good. So for me, that was the most important is, let's say at that moment to survive, like to keep on moving in life, to change something. And after I studied and I started to have changes, the people started to notice. And people started to ask me to, oh my God, how did you do this? Oh my God, this is change. And they started to ask me to work with them.
Right, so it's a very natural progression.
It's very natural progression. So, and then it became of word of mouth until the word of mouth became so big that even for a couple of years I worked without any social media because my time was all packed, was busy, super booked. And at some point I got even overwhelmed because there was such a big demand Then I found myself one day crying, like telling my husband, like, oh my God, I have so many people coming. I cannot help everyone. Like, you know, it's like my time is limited. We have only 24/7 hours per day. And then when I thought of going on social media and creating some other ways that when you can help in the same time many, yeah, like something group
Right.
approaches, yeah, because of course I want to impact, I want to help. I did it with myself, I did it with so many people, and it's nice to share, yeah, the knowledge and the transformational path. So yeah, that's how I came on social media.
Okay, and so with so many people coming to you, what are the biggest internal challenges that you find people are struggling with?
You know, harmony, peace, yeah, and it doesn't matter if people are coming and asking that I want to improve my relationship, or I want to find a partner, or I want to improve my marriage, or I want to increase my income, or I want to grow my business. Behind it, there will be inner harmony and inner peace, yeah, and inner happiness. So I believe that whatever we are doing in life, yeah, we just want to feel a bit more happy.
And you talk a lot about conscious leadership, and I just wonder, does that have to be within a workplace? Or, you know, how can someone start leading from a conscious place, even though they may not necessarily have a leadership role in an office?
Yeah. I believe that leadership starts with us. Yeah, if we are able to lead ourselves, then we will be able to lead someone else. Yeah, like if I am able to have a schedule, if I am able to be dedicated to something that I am
Right.
doing, yeah, then I can lead myself. When I can lead myself, then I can lead others. Because many people, they want to have managerial positions, they want to have leading positions. However, if you look at their life is a mess. So they always late, they home is not arranged, they think so. It actually starts with the small to big, not with the big
The
to
small.
small. Yeah.
But speaking of starting with the small, so let's say you've got someone who potentially feels stuck, and you know we're talking about workplaces a little bit. So if they feel like they've hit that wall, and you're saying if they look at their lives and things are a mess, what's like the first step that they can take? So if we're starting small, how can they, you know, watch the show today? And I'm sure many people do feel stuck. What is the first step that they can take to unstick
Yeah, first
and
step.
to move into leadership?
Yeah, first step is to realize in which area they are stuck. Yeah, because some people, or most of the people, let's say, we like something is wrong, I am not okay, I want to change, but they talk very generally, so they don't understand what kind of change they want, yeah, or which area of life they would like to change. There is a very simple exercise, yeah, that called wheel of life. So basically we can draw the circle divided on 4, put 4 major life spheres like relationship, money and career, life purpose, health, and put from 0 to 10. And honestly identify every area of your life. So like, let's say money and career, from 0 to 10. How is it? Like, let's say 6. Then the next, and draw the circle. So if the circle is like even, then you have more or less harmonious situation. If the circle is like wavy, then it will show you which area of life you need to start with. Because somewhere we need to start with. If I don't understand what to improve, we need to understand. Yeah? And once you understand, of course, you need to do the steps.
Right. It's so interesting in terms of defining. I heard a quote once, and it was, if you can change your mind, you can change the world. And I wonder how much of this is mindset that someone needs to change, or is it, you know, outer difficulties that they need to change, do you think?
Yeah. I believe it's a mindset, because everything, and I agree with this quote, everything starts with us. Yeah, we cannot change things around. Yeah, we cannot change people, we cannot change the manager, we cannot change the situation, we cannot change people, and it's important to understand, but we can change ourselves and we can change our approach and we can change our point of view on this person or on this situation. Because why we get stuck, many people think that if something happened to them, that's the person is the reason. Yeah, when I understand that there is something inside me that creates these situations or created that conversation or why that person treated me in this way, then I can change it because I am taking the ownership. Yeah, this is something inside me, and then we can do some work and look into deeper and find out what is there inside me that creating these unwanted situations in my life, and then I have the ownership, I can change. But if I blame outside world, like, no, this is the person, this is the work, this is my manager, this is the company or the country, yeah, then of course we are stuck and we cannot change anything. This requires a bit of a character.
So it's never external factors. The power is always within to change.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So we hear so much about, you know, speaking of stuck, but there's also other workplace issues that people deal with, such as burnout. And so could you speak a little bit about burnout and what are the early signs that people ignore? And how can they recover if it gets too serious? Do you deal with people dealing with burnout regularly?
Absolutely. It's very interesting because last evening I got a message from one of people who come to me and say, Eleonora, I need to see you because it's end of the year and I am completely burned out myself. So it's a very common problem that we have in modern society, especially because the time is very fast, everything is very fast, and we want to achieve so many things. However, we forget about ourselves and about the importance of having a time with ourselves or dedicating time to ourselves. I believe that we can succeed when we have a very balanced life. Yeah. So yes, we need to work because we have goals and because we have responsibilities, but we need to rest and we need to have fun and we need to have time for ourselves. So when I can give a little advice here, when you plan your schedule, how I do it. My schedule is pre-booked, yeah, usually like 3-4 months in advance. First, I put my weekends. Then I put my trips, if I have some. Then I put my yearly plan with the family, what I have. Then I put my job. I put my work. Because, not because this is more important for me than what I am doing, because I know that if I will start to fill it in with job, I will never have time for my weekend. So me time is very important as well. If you have families, if you have a relationship, let's say, very often we forget about me time, yeah, when I can sit alone, when I can reflect, when I can think a little bit, when I can have time and ask myself, what is okay for me, what is not okay for me, what do I want, yeah? Definitely exercising is very important. It's our health, yeah? If we are healthy, we can move forward. If we are not healthy, it doesn't matter what you have, you will never be happy, yeah? It's the fundament for us. So healthy lifestyle, good food, exercising, in any way. It doesn't matter what you do, but you have to move. Is it a walk? Is it a run? Is it exercising? Whatever you are doing, we need to move, yeah? Movement is a life.
I agree with everything. It's just I think about... we were speaking earlier about November, December just being so busy, and I don't think it's specific to our industry because media is very busy with events. I think lots of businesses, this is their packed time, and there's also events in the evenings, and so sometimes the exercise might be difficult, and I just wonder if there's daily, maybe there's a mindset tip that you can help someone who's just so busy with work.
You know, a friend of mine who is very busy person. Last time I visited his office and we were sitting and talking, and while conversation he stood up and I did not realize because he had the treadmill on the floor, and while talking he started to walk, and I'm like, what are you doing? He said, look, I don't have time, so if I did not place it here, I will not do it. So,
good on him.
Yeah, so going back to your question, I absolutely believe that we do have time, or we can create time for something that is important. And here the idea is to understand the importance of your physical body, of your mental health, and of your spiritual being, that we cannot separate these three components, that we need to find a way how to take care of all of this, you know. Right. If you're driving to work, let's say you are in a taxi, you can stop 1 kilometer before and walk this 1 kilometer, for example, yeah? Or I don't believe that we don't have time. I believe that we create time for everything that is important for us. Right. So what is important here is to understand, I repeat, the importance of investing in your physical body, because it will definitely thank you tomorrow and after tomorrow, and when you will be 40, 50 years old.
No, 100% I agree. Is that it won't happen today unless I put the work into making the time and thinking about it in advance.
That's why one of the important things that I integrated in my life, and that has helped me and helping me a lot, is a schedule. So when you have the schedule and you plan, you put things on your schedule, you can do it.
Live and die by your Google calendars, people. At the beginning, we spoke about the importance of mindset and how mindset is everything. And I wonder, what are common, you must see people with limiting beliefs who it's difficult to change their mindset. How do you manage that?
It's very, you know, everyone has limiting beliefs in one way or the other. Even very, very successful people, they also do have limiting beliefs in different ways, yeah? And here, we need to realize them and to work on them, yeah? They don't disappear by themselves, because some of them, they coming from generations, yeah? Let's say money is a danger, yeah? Or there are no faithful men, yeah, like the very frequent one that we used to hear from our parents, from our families, yeah, and they transmit from generation to generation. So imagine how strong they are, yeah, because we are inheriting our DNA, we are inheriting the way we look, we are inheriting, so we look like our parents, yeah, we are inheriting some sicknesses from them, so we also inheriting the beliefs, yeah, so some of them, they're very strong, so yeah, we need to work on them. There is no any other way, yeah, so we need to find a way working on limiting beliefs.
Do you have success stories of people who've kind of come, who were, you know, had these limiting beliefs and you worked with them for a long time and they have kind of overcome the negative mindset?
We have a lot. Alhamdulillah, actually most of our cases, let's say I can say in 95 to 98% our cases are successful. So people actually are able to change their lives. They are able to change their current situation or the situation that they came with. We have stories, I don't know, we have so many, yeah, when people were coming, being employees and dreaming to open their own businesses and to grow them. Those people open the business, then open the hotels, they open the restaurants, they open this, so people who were not able to create the relationship, they got married, created relationships. So we have really a lot of successful stories.
That's so rewarding as a job, I can only imagine. I wonder if there are any myth or misconception about self-development or transformation that you'd like to dispel. You know, people might say something and you just think that, well, that's not true. Is there anything about that?
Yeah, you know, talking about modern methods, yeah, modern methods, they are very quick in transformation according to the classical approaches, yeah? And some people, they understood that if they quick, they are too quick, yeah? I want to repeat that it's not a magic, yeah? And everything requires some time. It's definitely less time than in a classical approach, so we don't need years, we are talking about months. However, it happens. And some people think that if I went to the coach or to the therapist or to a transformational mentor or to anyone who work with consciousness or subconscious, that that's it. Yeah, so they are waiting for a thing to rain on them and to happen. I would like to say that that doesn't remove the person responsibility. Yeah, so definitely the moment we work on the limiting beliefs or on life transformation, definitely there will be the steps that the person will need to integrate in the life. Because if I want to have tomorrow new results from that I had yesterday, that's mean in this tomorrow I will need to do something slightly or a lot different than what I was doing yesterday. Yeah, so we need to understand that the life approach and the things, they have to be done in a slightly different way.
Okay, amazing. What I'm definitely learning is it's a journey, but we need to do the work if we want to get there. Eleonora, thank you so much for joining us. If people would like more information about you, if they'd like to get in touch, how can they do so?
Guys, you can find us on Instagram, eleonora.mentor. You can find us on TikTok, the same, eleonora.mentor. And you can find us on YouTube, Inside Out Podcast, and stay with us and transform your lives.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. What an inspirational way to end the show. That is Eleonora Attar, a transformation mentor and guide. That is the end of the Lovin Dubai Show today, but we're back with you every single weekday morning, so we'll see you right here tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.